We just try to support as much as we can.
And Aaron put that together, right? And his old group or whatever, Aaron? Okay, number 6, fleet maintenance, parks, water treatment department, annual updates. You gonna have time?
You tell me. Start cruising. Okay. Here we go. And then we'll.
Okay, we're gonna start with our fleet services, and I'll zip through these as quickly as possible. We have 3 employees in our fleet services department. Ben Barker is our superintendent. We have Dan Bogan, who is our lead mechanic, and Donnie Crabtree, who's another mechanic, and they work very hard to repair and maintain the city's vehicles and equipment. We have somewhere in the neighborhood of 85 vehicles and 35 pieces of equipment, and they are all on our primary list, as well as numerous pieces of small equipment like generators, air compressors, mowers, trimmers, and that sort of thing. Even our camera truck, sometimes they have to work on that. Fleet maintenance tries to keep the city employees advised on their proper use of their equipment and vehicles, and they also do the research when it comes to advising for purchasing of those vehicles and equipment. They also do a lot of safety advising. If there's a procedure that needs to be handled, Benny's really good at handling those things. He maintains a fuel management program and monitors the fuel usage. He maintains a vehicle and equipment history, training programs, and is responsible for the use and recompensation reports. Benny has also developed a rotation schedule that will be very helpful when we're able to really use something like that. The fleet maintenance department budget is a total of $154,126. $144,281 of that are the wages and personal services. About $10,000 of that is just to maintain the department, because most of the work is charged back to the individual departments. So that's kind of it on our fleet maintenance. Parks and public grounds. I did want to introduce to you Jason Reapy. He is our new parks superintendent, and they have a big job ahead of them. He has a cemetery foreman and a parks foreman, 5 maintenance workers, and 5 seasonal workers. They maintain about 405 acres of parklands, which includes 5 parks, 2 lakes, areas, 4 athletic fields, and approximately 20 square blocks of cottonwood flats. A lot of mowing and trimming. They take care of 80 acres of the cemetery. They take care of the highway rights-of-way, which is about 45 miles of grass when you include the water plant grounds, the booster stations, the lift stations, and the water towers. Just a lot of work goes on out there. And it's up to the Parks Administration to program for the facilities that we have. He also works with the Park Board and the Forest Advisory Board. I also help him with that. At some point in time, I'll back off and give it to him. We also enforce the ordinances and the policies, maintains the cemetery burial and maps, coordinates with funeral homes, and provides the burial services. We also take care of the public swimming pool. Even though the Y handles the administration of it, we take care of the maintenance. Summit View Cemetery is, you all know where it is. I'm not going to go into that, but it has a population of over 18,000 interments, and I think that's interesting. It's bigger than the city.
More than people than a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they're voting again. Well, it's not Chicago.
We've had a
Yeah,
lot of
Chicago.
activity out at our lakes. Guthrie Lakes has hosted the triathlon now for, this is the third year, I believe. And we have a lot of fishing and camping going on. It's also our water source, one of our 3. And that lake was constructed in 1919. That's interesting too. We've had it a long time. Liberty Lake is getting a lot of attention now. It's located out west, southwest of the city, and we've been doing, Anthony can really probably help us out, Officer Gibbs can help us out on what we've been doing out there. We've been doing some remodeling and rehabbing on the house, and I think we've got some fencing that's been done, a lot of work going on out there to make it better for our patrons, and we have a lot of campers that come out, a lot of water skiers, a lot of activity out there right now. We also take care of baseball fields. We take care of Owen Field, soccer fields, Cottonwood Flats, Kiwanis Parks. Just a busy, busy time for us. The Parks and Ground total budget comes to $421,000, $421,734. Salaries and wages are $340,234 of that, and then the maintenance and other services comes to $81,500. We expend those things for minor tools, equipment, fuel, safety and incidental supplies. Large portion of that goes to vehicle maintenance and equipment maintenance. The capital improvement budget for this year was one item. It was that compact excavator, and it was $46,180. Part of the hotel motel tax provides funding for park improvements. And this year, we have included not only the Liberty Lake repairs, which have taken a big chunk of that money, but we have pool improvements, and we've had Highland Hall improvements, along with the house improvements. So we've covered a lot of territory with the hotel motel tax.
I had a question.
Yes.
So the hotel motel, is that our entire parks budget?
Oh, no.
So how much do we use from what percentage is hotel motel tax and what percentage is from other parts of the budget?
33%.
No, I'm sorry, your question is something different
Oh,
than
I'm
that.
sorry.
They're in 2 different funds. So if you look at your hotel fund, we keep that in a separate, 2 totally separate funds. So next year, we anticipate I'm sorry, that was total. 210,000 total. Our
For
number
hotel?
is 7, yeah, let me look at it. But you're in 2 separate funds. And then so when she speaks about that 400, that number
Right.
is out of your general fund.
Oh, okay.
Yes. That's it.
Okay.
So your hotel fund would be
Hotel's beyond
minimal.
that,
yes.
beyond the 400,000.
Right, 2 separate
Alright.
funds. So if we were to calculate it, it'd be,
70,000 for next year's,
Yeah.
for park improvements, 140 for tourism.
Oh, okay, yeah, I was just thinking.
And
parks,
then
sorry.
400
Okay, so
something for
70,000,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay, water treatment plant.
I don't think you have time.
We're gonna wait.
Okay,
Yeah.
Thank you.
We'll do water treatment plan another time.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming. By the way, Lee is our new superintendent after Woody retired. Lee Pierce, he's been with the city for 20 years.
We'll see you next time, Lee. Yes.
Thank you for coming.
Okay, discussion regarding agenda items.
We can't do that, can we?
You can discuss, not make a decision.
Yeah, you can discuss, you can't vote, and if it's something that the public is going to be here to discuss, I'd suggest you do it downstairs instead of up here.
So
But
right now,
if
they're
you
not
just need
here.
some information, that's okay to ask, but if it's
Okay.
something you're going to get into an involved discussion and have public talk about, it would be better to do it on the posted agenda downstairs.
Then it looks like we're going to pull item G, the waterfowl hunting at Liberty Lake. We're going to pull it off the consent agenda. do a discussion downstairs? You can be there?
Do we do a motion for that?
Not in this meeting,
No.
we shouldn't even really say what we plan
Oh.
to do, that would
Oh,
be
yeah.
where, so y'all make the decision, it has to be motioned and seconded to remove an item, so
We'll do
we
that up-
can't
we'll
say
do
that
that
we're
downstairs.
going to.
We'll wait and hear from Anthony downstairs, and then we'll go from that. Any other agenda items that anybody wanted to bring up, talk about, anything on there?
The application is gonna look a little bit different on that food truck ordinance, isn't it? I mean, the
It's-
ordinance and
the-
the application. should
All
be-
of our applications are going to try to combine into one.
Okay,
We're trying to do this one-stop shop theory.
okay.
So basically, the front picture, like, check which box you want to do. Do you want to do a food truck and sell beer? Do you want to do, and so we're trying to put it all in one
Okay.
spot. So I don't have the full application. We're trying to merge about 5 of them.
All right, okay.
That makes
Yeah,
that's
it's good.
easier for
It's a lot
everybody.
easier.
Yeah.
When do you plan to have that done?
I have a deadline of this week for the first draft. We're waiting on y'all to adopt this, and then we will hustle in the next week to get something.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't really do any research on it, but it looks like you guys did a lot of research on it.
Yeah.
They're out there today, according to the Guthrie News Leader. We have a food truck in town set up, so we already have them here.
Now, well, I guess I did have one question. You just want them to go to that one location? Is that right? Because you had a location in the ordinance.
To fill it out, you mean, or to get the
No,
application?
for them to sit.
No,
It was an example.
no, that was
I
just an
think it was an
example.
example.
Oh, that's just an example.
Yeah.
So
Three-
basically,
three
they can
parking
go wherever they
spaces,
want
yeah.
to.
Yeah, for example, too,
Okay.
yeah.
They just have to tell us where they're gonna be.
I guess I
and-
didn't read that right or something.
Yeah.
I thought.
I
well,
read
you
that
just
3
want them all
times
right
before I
here.
realized, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, it was an example,
okay,
yeah.
well, that makes sense.
Any other agenda items? Number 8, request for future items of discussion. Anything on there anybody wants to, that you know of?
Do you wish that I volunteer fire department to a workshop item?
Yeah, I think that would be good to talk about the volunteers.
It may not happen September 2nd,
And you won't be here the next one,
the next one, so maybe October.
October?
Tracy,
Fine.
We're not in a huge rush to have the conversation, unless y'all
Yes,
are.
yes,
Yeah.
yes, no. We just need to talk about it again. Anything else? Number 9, we're adjourned.